Hello and welcome to another wonderful day for Photoshop tutorial. And for us to start, I'm going to quickly share my screen. Today we're going to be looking at how you can make an object disappear from a background. We started it yesterday, we couldn't finish it, and we allowed time for everybody to be on the same page. So today we're going to start it afresh and get straight and finish it out. So let me quickly share my screen. Okay, so let's get started. All the lectures we are picking are from our website. So quickly click on log. This Tclassified.com website. That's where you get all the good lectures that you want. So this is the Django class adjustment. This machine learning, Django stack up, Python, Photoshop. This is what we are into. So I'm gonna click on Photoshop, stack up. Okay. So this is what we've done so far. We looked at the environment. Then we started with the interface and how we go about uh, creating a new project. So today what we're doing is we go down, making an object disappear. This is what we're going to be looking at today. So bringing an image by doing file open. That's what we do. So I'm going to simply get to my Photoshop. So this is the last Photoshop file that I worked on. So that's why it's showing. So simply I go to file, I go to new, because I want to start a new project. So I'm going to call this project image this. Image to stand for image disappear. I'm going to make sure that I have 1920, 1080, all in pixels and 16 gigabytes. So I'm going to click OK. So do that. So you can see this is my new outline, new application window. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Open. That's the instruction that I gave here. You can see it here. First thing is bring in an image by clicking File Open. So I'm going to go here. File, Open. So once I click on File Open, I'll go to where the image is. My image is in desktop and it's inside Studio Pix. And this is the image I want to work on. So I'll pick out that image. I click on Open. So this is the image I want to work on. Is that clear? So I'm going to make sure that the layer is unlocked. You can see that the background, this is the layer and it's locked. So I'm going to double click on this lock icon and I'm going to call it still background. And I'm going to select a color for a red color and I'm going to click on OK. So once I do that, it's no longer locked. So what's the next thing I should do? I get to my website. The instructions, like I said, is already here. So the next thing will be to what? The first one was to bring in the image using file open. And this layer is created that is unlocked. So I've unlocked it. So create a new layer by going down close to the F of X and clicking new layer. So I just get back here. So to create a new layer, I simply get down here. This FX, Effect tab, and this is where we have new layer. Can you see? So I'll click on that new layer. So you can see layer 1 is now up here. Okay. Are you seeing it now? Hmm? Is it? Okay. Are you seeing it? Or have you been seeing it? You've been seeing it all the while. Huh? But have you been seeing my Photoshop all the while? Okay. So it's with you maybe. It's only the problem is it's showing back. Have you been seeing me bringing in the image and everything? Okay. So let's continue. Somebody was saying he was not seeing my Photoshop, so I think he's saying it now. So I now have this new layer. Can you see the new layer we have now? Okay. So what's the next thing we do? Get back to the website. It's my website. I've already put everything in text form so that it's easier for you to work with. So the next one will be to what? Click the pen tool or press the P key, which is the shortcut to select the pen tool. So use it and cut out what you want. Is that clear? So I get back to the Photoshop. So what I need to do is to what? Go to the pen tool. If you go here, this is where you now see the pen tool. So check through and see the one that is the pen tool. So this is the pen tool. Are we clear on this? This is the pen tool. So I'm going to click on the pen tool. Make sure that you're in the layer 1. So that's where you're supposed to be in. So click the what? Pen tool. Then cut out the person you want to take out. So let's say I want to take out Lusola. I'm going to simply start from here. I click. Don't make it too close to him. So I'll start selecting. I want to take out Lusola. Are we seeing what I'm doing? Is what I'm doing simple? You can see that it's very, very simple. I'm gonna quickly take out Lusola here. Make sure once you're done, you click on where you started. You must do that in order to close it up. Okay, it's not even selected well. So I've done that, so it's closed up. You understand? Once you're done, right click inside and say make selection. This make selection. So it will bring up this dialog box. Once you see this dialog box, make sure that the feather radius is what? 0.1. That's what we said. Make sure that anti-alias is selected and new selection is selected. So click the OK button. Isn't that what we did yesterday? So that's what you're supposed to do. So this is what I now have. So I get back to the website and see the next instruction. Right click inside the one and do make selection. That's what we just did. Then press the OK. Now click on the stamp tool, the clone stamp tool. That's what you use in working. So click on it and use it, sample a background and shed out or paint out what you want to paint out. So that's what we're going to do next. So this is the stamp tool. You can see it's in form of a stamp. So I just do what? I click on it. So once I click on it, you know the mistake we made yesterday, we didn't select the brush size that is okay. So you can see it's in this form. So once I go here, that we have 21, select a bigger size, say up to 100, then increase the hardness more. Then I press the what? Enter key. So it's now selected. So I now sample a place. Where do I want to sample? I want to sample this white color here. And how do I sample? I press down the Alt key and click there. That's how you sample. So once you've sampled, that is only when you can now what? Shed out. So you try and sample. So hold down the Shift key, sample, then you come and shed out. So if you try it, once it did not work, you make sure you go and click on the background. That's what you have to do. Click on the background layer and go back again. Do what? Sample and do what? Shed out. You can see now, as I'm shedding out now, I'm not painting it with what I had up there. But you know that I shouldn't have to paint it with there because of this man. This man's white has to be here. So I go back here, do what? Hold down the Control key, sample here, and repaint now to close this one with white so that it will not look as if I'm taking out, I'm also taking out, what's his name? What's the name of that guy there? Huh? Abraham. So it will not be as if I'm taking out Abraham. You understand? So I go back again, sample this to be white. So I keep shading. You can see now that we are already taking out, what's his name? This man. So I go back again, sample. Once it does what I want, shed out. So that's how I'm taking him out. Go here, sample. To just put only white. So you must be sampling every time. Keep sampling. Once you're shedding and the shedding color you're seeing is not what you want, simply go back and sample again. Are we clear on that? So I'll do that until I clean off the whole of the whole of what's his name again? Olusola. So once you're sampling, you're not getting what you want, sample back and clean. Okay. So whose hand is this? Is it Olusola or is it Abraham's hand? Is it Abraham, ba? So I should leave it, ba?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm leaving it because I'm believing it's Abraham hand. You can see, so you can actually bring in something or take it out. You can do so many things with it. So I'm gonna pick white now and take out this side. Okay, so I'm leaving Abraham's hand, but I have to now take out this white so that it will not be confusing, Abby. So Photoshop is very intelligent because it can locate it will assume what you have in mind, you understand, while it's sampling. That's why once it's sampling the wrong thing, make sure you shed in, you paint out that and you resample again and paint it out. You understand? So that's what happens there. Okay. So let me just clean up the remaining. Okay. So do we manage it like this? You guys can do a more better job than I did. So I'm gonna sample this side and use it and put back here. Okay. So that's what I have now. So I can go back. What's the next thing I have here? So click the selection tool once you're done. So once you're done with everything you're doing, this is the selection tool here. So once you're done, just click on it so that it will not turn back to your normal tool. Okay. So what's the next thing we do? The next thing will be to use the blur tool to blend it in. So click the blur tool, but first of all, merge the cells by clicking and merge it. So that's the first thing we do, merge before we start using the blur tool. So I now get back to the work. So if I click select one, then hold down Shift key and select the other one. I can now right click and say merge layers. So make sure the two layers are merged. So it's only then that you can now use the blur tool to blend it in. So I'm gonna go back so that we can get the instructions fully. So the instructions say click the blur tool, but first merge the layers by clicking one, then holding the Shift key and clicking the other. Then right clicking and choosing merge layers. That is what we've done. So click the blur tool, click and drag the edges to blur in. Do zoom in to get it well. Zoom out to see your finished work. So we can now use the blur tool. So make sure that you've unselected. Okay, and you're in the right layer. So this is the drop shadow, which is this is the blur tool. So make sure you go back here, select something that is sizable size, size that is big enough. Caspian, make sure you update before we do the either the cutting or the blurring. You have to go to the size of the brush, increase it to at least 105, and also increase the hardness. And press the enter key. Then you can now you can just move your cursor just right at the edges. That's where you move your cursor. That's what we'll do the blurring in. So you might not notice it, but if you zoom in very well, that's when you can be able to notice this. Okay, so blur out the edges. So once you're done with the work, and you can then save it out. So let's save this and save as. Go to save as, save it as PNG, maybe on your desktop. Then look at it. IMG this here. That's what I'm saving it with on my desktop. So that once I save it, I can go look at it. So it's gonna tell me some things. I'm gonna just click OK and get it saved. So please try it out on your own now. Let me check it out. Thank you.